There's a trail off. Straight up.
What was that, Peter Dinklage? Peter Dinklage. Well, speaking of that, before we jump on to Sansa as well, I'm going to go ahead a bit. Euron Greyjoy. Whilst we're talking about characters that have changed in the books and referencing the books. Okay.
How has he changed that much in your eyes?
Well, the big thing for me was Euron in the book seemed to be every step as the story progressed through the books, there was a different type of villain building up to the arc enemy of the whole story, if you will, which is, I'm assuming, is just going to be the Night's King or the equivalent of the books. Now, you started with the petty quabbles, which is lethal but petty in King's Landing between Ned, Cersei, Robert, and it's always... And then it expands further. We move to war, it becomes these great warriors going at it. Then we go to the next stage, it's like the end of the war, it becomes depraved, which is Roose Bolton and Ramsay.
That's true, those are the...
And then it hits this very fine note, this ultimate lethality with Euron. In the books, Euron is represented as a snake. He's represented as a shadow. And he, as I've said a few times to you all independently, like Daenerys is given a prophecy, a warning by one of the Red Priests saying that you can see an army of enemies, but only one of them stands out, a tall, twisted creature with one black eye sailing on a sea of blood. And this is obviously a direct reference to Euron. So at this point, Daenerys is probably one of the main protagonists because she's got all the power, and of course she's going to come back, and we root for her. Euron is the counter to Daenerys in that regard. He is the threat. He is the enemy.
So they seem to be trying to put those two on the same side.
Well,
it seems for only to his interests.
Totally.
In the TV show, but in the books, Euron is going to steal her dragons using the magical horn he's procured.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
which is what makes him a threat, and that's why.
Which they seem not.
He's more of an obvious threat in that regard. In this one, in Daenerys' eyes, it seems
he's more of a buffoon, to be honest, in my opinion. The TV show,
a brute. Yeah.
He doesn't seem like some tactical mastermind.
He doesn't seem dangerous.
Yeah,
I saw him as a buffoon in the books as well. I thought all of that mythology around him and what he's seen as and stuff. He may have been in some prophecy for Daenerys, but I don't think that'll be in direct opposition to her. I think it's all a show because they always talk about his underlying weaknesses and his fragility with him. They emphasize that in the show as well.
Euron,
losing his mind. What was it they said? They had to have him tied to the mast in a storm.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So he's a big pretender as far as I'm concerned, and they really put that up in the show. It's all just bravado and blagging and threats, and maybe he's got. Yeah, I see him as a Ramsay type.
Really?
Yeah, I see him as just a mad dog.
No, I saw. Well, at least in the books, I got the impression he was more of a mastermind.
Well, I thought that. Well, Victarion certainly had a negative opinion of him. Thought as I do that he was. So not to be underestimated, but also not with any high ideas, really.
In the books, because they talk about him sailing around the world and visiting, it's called Old Volantis or something, Volantis that was, or whatever it is, and that's where he found the horn, the place that no one can go.
Yeah.
And he's been there. It gave him, because the world is very big, but there's obviously tons of the world that you don't ever see, and he's been to those places.
Yeah.
Gave you a sense of he's
That's
something
true.
that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Sort of a character.
That's what I mean. He is that step. I always got the impression he was that step up. He was.
I feel like that might not been totally done as well as in the books in the show, but I think they did a good job of that.
I think it all came down to casting that sort of messed up for me.
I like the guy. I think he's great.
No, I think he's a good actor, good villain, but what I was expecting out of Euron Greyjoy, I felt like it would have been more of a sinister, sort of handsome, snaky looking, threat, as opposed to, where are my cousins? Let's go murder them.
The thing
he's
as
an
well
Iron
is
Islander. I feel like they made him the ultimate.
Reaver.
Yeah, Reaver.
Well, what made him also, to go back to the point makes him that step between the usual Ramsay is that he has that magic. Like he's a different villain in that regard. As I don't know, it's only a horn, but he has that. He's that step.
He's a player. He's a major player.
He's that bridge.
Player.
He's that bridge between.
But I don't think he's on the level of major storyline stuff. I really don't. I think he's going to be a facilitator and maybe a. I don't know though. The Greyjoys just. I think they are always going to be the second guy. The guy that never really makes it.
Yeah.
I feel like they're never gonna go back on that.
Yeah, no one's ever seen them as more than just like a little side dish.
I wonder what they're gonna do. Like, because they've Theon and what's her face.
Yeah.
They've stolen the entire
Yeah.
fleet, as it were.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do with that? Because that doesn't happen in the books.
Well, they're just gonna build more, isn't he?
Well, he
No,
just
but
said,
what
just
are they
build,
gonna do
build
with
me
the
1,000
boats
ships.
Oh,
It's like,
I wonder.
How long's that meant to happen? 13 episodes you're on.
I wonder if that's not going to happen. So they're not going to end up actually going to Daenerys.
No.
beat him to it.
Oh yeah, I suppose really, if they only got one more season, they've got to start accelerating shit now.
Yeah, so I think.
How many times? How long has she stayed in fucking?
No, they're going to meet Daenerys and Marine, and they're going to sail her back.
So do you really think Euron's only been introduced to give them the idea, and then they passed that off to bloody Yara?
Yes, I do.
Because she shouldn't really be in it.
That makes sense.
It makes sense with
It
the whole
sounds
burning
exactly
of
like something they do
Daenerys'
for
fleet.
efficiency, and they've done a hell of a lot of that.
That's
stuff.
why I think it makes sense. I feel
And
like
they get
that's
to
what they
keep
come
Theon
up
on
with.
it. I mean,
And I
we don't know if Theon's even going to be around in the books.
And I think that's why they butchered his character as well. That's why I didn't put as much into it.
Maybe it isn't looking good. Yeah.
Why would they try and finish it so soon though? Why are they on this deadline of one season?
Because one season a book, isn't it? Really. I mean, but they're going to
But
do a lot of stuff that they
think
left out.
because they're in territory that's not been covered now. They can just do with what they want. They can make another 3 seasons. Or
I think they could easily get another 2 seasons out of it. I'm not sure if you could go further than that, but 2 seasons, they could probably get 2 solid seasons.
I reckon the end is going to be way more rushed than we think. I think it's going to be.
we won't
We're
be
going to feel like,
satisfied at all.
what the hell? How are they going to end this? But 3 episodes from the end,
Yeah.
there's going to just be a lot of big budget sequency things.
It's gonna be like Lost again.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like they'll try and keep the mystery up as long as they can. They'll do it too late. They probably already have. But they stalled too much, waiting for Georgie R.R.
Yeah.
They stalled too much. They waited for him to see if they could get the book version to do. They didn't commit to the decisions they were doing, that they were making differences, because they didn't know whether they had to or not. And now that they do, they're making all these decisions, and you're not liking it. And I'm liking it because they are getting to be definitive about things. I think that's good, even if it's completely different from the book.
Yeah, as I've said outside of the podcast, it's the pacing for me. I think the things they're dealing with now are the things that deserve more time and more development, more time to talk about, to see how the characters interact with these revelations.
But that's just book versus TV show. I know it's the old thing, but it is pacing. That's the main thing.
But then you
Look
can
what
get
they've done with the Veil.
But
There's so much manoeuvring and stuff going on at the Veil, and it's all just sort of with one Baelish scene, with him just saying directly in front of the major players what's going to happen.
With the Knights of the Vale, we're gonna go here.
But then things like The Walking Dead, I hate to use it because I know how much a few of you abhor it, but The Walking Dead, there are these, they can pull off character development. The thing is, Walking Dead lacks the material that Game of Thrones has to fill those episodes appropriately. But
I did think that it was all renowned for terrible character development and just
The Walking Dead,
bafflingness.
No, The Walking Dead and Carol has probably done a better character development there than I've seen in most television shows, Game of Thrones included.
Yeah. Well, they are long term. Carol's character based, that one as well. There's not that much story to tell.
The rest of them not so good, but Carol certainly. Like they've pulled that. When Walking Dead have done it right, they've done it better than almost anyone else.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is very inconsistent with almost everybody, apart from Jon Snow, but that's very easy just because it's nothing.
Just brood.
Yeah.
Brood.
I love that little reference
character.
Brienne saying it's a bit broody. I love that.
Yeah. Oh my god, my favourite thing about this entire season is Tolman Giant Spain fucking giving Brienne the eyes. I fucking love that so much.
It was the best still image you could ever put from Game.
That's them having fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now that they can do whatever the hell they like, they're like, these two characters never meet. We've made them meet. Let's have a bit of fun here. Even if it's just teasing us, and that they're not going to see each other now. They're moving away from each other, aren't they? Aren't they now?
Well, yeah, because Bren's going down to the Riverlands where she's going to meet Lady Stoneheart.
Hopefully. She's got it.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, she's not.
Oh,
she's
and
not
then
been
she's
very
gonna be
present.
all like, "You failed me."
Yep. And she's going to hang her, and she's going to die, and everyone's going to cry.
What?
Oh.
Thank you for that. Come on, man.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Dude,
All
that
right.
would have been amazing for me first time on the show. Oh no!
Oh. Right, so we've covered episode 5, The Night King, spelled incorrectly.
Oh,
Hold the door.
King's Moot.
Yeah, let's
I think
move on before I
sort of
cry.
talk about that, right?
Everyone agree it was pretty average.
I like the King's Moot. I'm glad they didn't string it out like they did in the books.
Wait, who's the
books,
King's
it was
Moot?
crap in the books.
No, I can agree with that, but I felt it could have been a bit more. I'm sick of hearing Theon make speeches.
Whenever they get something I don't like done quickly, I'm happy.
Oh, like that. Yeah.
Rip it
Yeah.
off. Rip it off.
Yeah, I'm with Sean on this. It just they went through it, like something that's supposed to be quite important, although
Yeah.
I don't know. They got through it. Weren't there other?
But
in
it
the
was
books,
always
weren't there
going to
other people?
accumulate with people talking on a rock.
Mm.
That's all there is in the books.
Oh, I'm not looking for a spectacle. I'm just looking for.
You wanted
just,
the build up.
I just didn't want Alfie Allen making them a speech to pretty much sum it all up in one go. I don't.
Why not?
Because I wanted more discussion about it. It's a case of Yara put herself forward. Quite typically, men said, "Nay, only a man can lead." Blah blah blah.
A few, but it looked like she had a lot of support.
Yeah. Then Alfie Allen did a dramatic, sweeping speech, and his uncle just turned up. They had a very brief conversation, and then everyone decided he should be. He didn't really offer. He didn't offer much.
But his presence was unexpected.
It was unexpected, but in the books, you see, he uses the horn to convince them. He shows them why he is.
Whereas in this,
he uses the fact that his brother was leading them to nowhere.
And
he
he killed his brother.
He was so confident in
you
that.
should be thanking me.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I should have done this years ago.
But I think that speaks to what the Ironborn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that Ironborn?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Ironborn.
The
I thought I
Ironborn.
said Dragonborn. The Ironborn, what they're like is they will follow someone like that instead of come on, we're gonna do it.
Why
kind
did
of thing.
Why did they write out the whole Dragonhorn thing?
It's
Because
hard.
I don't see why that couldn't just fit in anyway
Maybe
as
George
his
doesn't
reason.
know what he's gonna do with it.
But like from what it sounds like that they're ending it in the next season, that he instead of it just being, oh, that last guy was shit, you should follow me. You should be more like that last guy was
I've
shit.
got a genuine
I've got
reason
a horn.
to push the story forward to be not just I'm going to join up with her because what I've got a fleet.
Yeah.
I can control these dragons. I want to because he has more of an agenda. Because you think like he doesn't want Daenerys. He just wants power. But to get the dragons for this ultimate power to control everything, it's like he's really going to fuck her over.
Yeah.
That seems more interesting.
Yeah.
And then they can have a big sea battle.
Yeah,
And
because it's like, what's he gonna do when he marries her? He's not gonna control the dragons. What's this? Unless they're saving it, he's gonna just whip it out somewhere.
Oh.
Like, what can he do?
Thought.
Pizza.
You know what the whole egg and the other secret Targaryen
Yeah.
that was in the books.
Yeah.
Was with Tyrion as he was going through the
Yeah.
Stone Men area. I forget what that's called. Maybe they're gonna do that that whole troll just with Euron. Like they're gonna get Euron to go there, think he's got what he wants with Daenerys, and thinks he can be a dragon rider or something, and then just gets blown away, just gets incinerated.
Yeah.
I don't remember this from the books. Did that other secret Targaryen get blown away or something?
He was being disregarded by Daenerys. There'd been a whole thing about him getting there, and like Daenerys will understand. She'll see me for my worth, and she just sees him as just a pathetic little kid. And to try and prove it, he goes in with the dragons and gets
Burnt alive.
just gets burnt alive. Not a true Targaryen.
Well,
he was a Targaryen, but he didn't have the blood that saves him.
The dragon blood.
Yeah.
Fireborn. Okay, so
Interesting.
But they could do that maybe with Euron as a replacement. Because we'll want to see him dead by then, because they'll bad guide him up all.
I can. Yeah,
I really
definitely
want to
see
see
how
him.
that
I just-
works.
Yeah, because he's
what a waste of
And
time.
then Daenerys has got a fleet.
Yeah. But I think, like I said, I think Fiona and Yara are going to provide that.
So her next house burning down moment will be Euron burning down.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
everyone
god, it
being
was
like-
so stupid that. Like, especially don't give us the swelling music and the big deal treatment. We've seen it so many times. Brown people
It's just to
bowing
see her
down
tits
to the
again.
pale
It's in
woman.
her contract.
Once a season.
They forced her to show her nipples again.
Yeah.
So, what do we think? Let's move on to the whole season now, as a whole. What was the whole season as a whole? Right.
It's
okay.
picked up. I like season 6. It's not perfect, but I'm
I
enjoying it
prefer
way
it
more than
to-
season 5.
Yeah.
Can we unanimously agree it's better than seasons 5 and 4?
Yes, we can.
That's
What
when it
about
got-
4, you know?
5, I definitely got bored. That's where I stopped for like a year.
That's where I thought I was going to stop watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
at
I
5.
nearly dropped off at 5.
It wasn't that I hated it
Hardhome-
that much. I just stopped. I just wasn't
Yeah.
interested enough to keep
Yeah,
coming
that's-
back.
that's me.
It literally wasn't.
The episode Hardhome was the only interesting part
Yeah.
of season 5 for
That
me.
is the thing, isn't it? It seemed to be all about Hardhome. When I think back on it, I'm like, which one do I want to watch again? I only want to see that one, really. It was the only one.
Because that was the ending of that episode was so chilling. Just the whispering wind over
Yeah.
the credits.
It was just brilliant.
That's the
one.
thing
So
I
good.
always find myself upset with about big budget productions is when they don't do things like that, those quiet, chilling moments.
So Adam and I have had this argument so many times. He always thinks about big, massive music. So no,
Swelling
it's
music, yeah.
subtlety
Yeah.
and let things sink in.
Well, there were,
can be
you know,
just as
thousands
powerful.
of zombies on screen and a giant at the time. But yeah, you're right.
No, I'm
they
talking
did
about. I'm
have-
talking about after that. I'm talking about when it's just the credits and it's just the wind playing and it's just credits
Oh,
playing
okay.
with the wind over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Game of Thrones is fun with those. Like, sometimes it goes... My favourite credits one was when they did the opposite of that. When Jamie gets his hand cut off.
Oh, it's a big sort of like.
It's a rock
yes,
tune.
Yeah.
It's The Bear and the Maiden Fair, performed by the Hold Steady.
Yeah.
It's just, you get his hand chopped off and he goes, ah, ah, and you get to watch that for a little bit and it's just, dum, 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 dum. I was just like, shit, I like this programme.
Or when Stannis won the Battle of the Blackwater, and you just had that haunting The Reigns of Casimir playing,
Yeah.
being sung.
And the Red Wedding had that as well, I think, didn't it? Or was that just silence, I think, maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't particularly like the moments just before the credits of the Red Wedding, but we're sort of going a bit off topic there. I thought it was a bit cheesy.
What did you guys think of the Red Wedding? I'm going to do it. I'm going to jump
It's
back
been
into
too
the
long
series as
since
a whole.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I can't give an educated
Let's
get.
do the time warp again.
I'll need to watch that fresh.
Have you actually seen that in the Rocky Horror Show? That tune being performed.
No.
It did genuinely, sincerely unnerve me.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's honest God. I was watching it here with Adam. I was just like on the edge of the chair. What? The audience can't see the face, but honest to God, I was freaked out. So I didn't know.
That whole
I
film
thought the
is
world
quite
had
an assault
ended.
on the senses.
Yeah, I thought the apocalypse had come, and I just. I don't have no words.
I don't have no words.
I had no words.
I feel like my mind is melting trying to even remember
I
what I
never did have no
saw.
words, mate.
Alright.
Okay, so as a whole,
Season
yeah,
6,
they're obviously picking things up a lot now. They can do what they want, but
Like you said, I like your point in saying that they can actually make they have the balls to make
commit
some
now, yeah.
decisions like
that's good. Yes, I agree.
because it does feel like especially the last season was it did seem like they were just dragging it out a little just
treading
to wait,
water a lot of
hoping,
places.
keeping their fingers crossed that George Martin will give them more just more points if they have a book out or have more of a draft of the book done.
And that could have been really interesting had they actually done Tyrion's storyline in earnest. With him talking to a Targaryen and going over history and him teaching and him mentoring someone.
Nah, that one's never gonna work on TV. That.
No, he didn't.
Nah, if you're gonna do that, you'd have to like him start talking and then they cut to a dramatic representation of what was happening. And Game of Thrones doesn't do that. You can't have the droll backstory. Just
Game of Thrones
out
does
there.
that all the
I was
fucking
gonna
time.
say,
it does it
like-
really quickly, and it doesn't have that one storyline be the point of it. Like with Bran, that's the storyline, that's the part of it, but they only do it with visions. They don't have them talk about it. That's why they use Bran for all that stuff, because they're allowed to show you.
I don't know. I feel like the exact thing you said Game of Thrones doesn't do is what they do
Well,
all the
okay.
time.
Yeah, I feel like Baelish takes on that role a lot.
Mm.
Baelish spouts a lot of the backstory stuff.
There was a bear